So, we just got finishing.
And start your intro.
And dude, I'm not doing no fucking reaction channel. It's no intro.
No, there's an intro for everything. It doesn't have to be a reaction channel.
You don't do the intro. Okay, you do the intro before the video. I'm doing that in post.
Okay.
Anyway.
No, well, you're not gonna say hi or what we're doing?
No. Everybody knows who we are. We're famous.
Okay. Right.
I don't even know what the hell to call this. I never thought of a name.
Two jackasses watch Doctor Who.
Two jackasses. That sounds good. Welcome to the first episode of Two Jackasses.
Watch something. Or just two jackasses.
Yeah, okay, sure. Fuck up the intro, why don't you? Okay.
Sure, that's how we do. And it's only been the first episode. Blooper reel. Nah.
God damn it, you're gonna make my editing a nightmare, aren't you?
Or you can just leave it in.
I'm not fucking lazy.
Doesn't mean you have to be lazy.
Anyway, we just got finished watching the entire 11th season of Doctor Who. And what do you think? Okay, first off, first episode.
What was the first episode?
That pretty much sums up the entire season. That sums up the entire season, really.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna get all the episodes here. We should have prepared for this, but nah. Alright, Doctor Who.
Fucking the tooth dude.
No, yeah, but I'm just gonna.
Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw. All episodes of the season 11.
Can you tell we enjoyed ourselves? It was so much fun.
The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Basically, it's the first episode of Jodie Whittaker. Technically, the second episode of the second episode of Jodie Whittaker, because she did show up on the last episode, which he hasn't seen yet because he completely didn't know there was a special. Because the first thing he said when he saw Jodie Whittaker is like, "What happened to Capaldi?"
I knew that some fucking chick was taking over. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna ease her in. How am I supposed to remember the fucking special episode?
Oh, if you like Doctor Who, you're supposed to know when these specials are. So yeah, this guy doesn't know that the last episode that Peter Capaldi has his final goodbye. It's all sadness and stuff. Then Jodie Whittaker comes along, regenerates into Jodie Whittaker, and as soon as she turns into a woman, the TARDIS says, "Fuck this shit," and kicks her out of the TARDIS and fucking kills itself.
Yeah.
I'm not joking either.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
No. Yeah, okay, I'll fucking watch it, man. I'll watch it eventually.
Someday. So the first episode doesn't feel like a Doctor Who episode. It felt like the British version of the 24-hour show.
The first episode was not very good.
Like I said, it felt like an episode of 24, but British style.
It started off promising, and then it introduced the
worst villain in the entire series.
Oh god, he was fucking terrible.
I don't know what his actual name is. I'm just gonna call him by.
It got to the point where that's even the characters called him.
Yeah.
Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw from Simsaw.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Tim Shaw from Simsaw. He's supposed to be the big bad of this season.
Well, he's not supposed to be the big bad. He just wasn't a very good character.
So we got introduced to this new Scottish. We got introduced to the sonic screwdriver.
The Scottish screwdriver.
Scottish screwdriver.
Yeah, by the way, the Doctor builds a new sonic screwdriver
from scratch
in a garage, and it's the worst designed sonic screwdriver in the entire series.
It could be better. It could have been Capaldi's glasses.
Hey, it worked for Capaldi, okay?
It got boring after a while.
I mean, the sonic screwdriver is really just a fucking a MacGuffin to save every, what's it called? To fix everything without
wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Without having the Doctor to carry thousands of different things that he so happened to have on that solves this particular problem.
Exactly.
That's the whole entire purpose of it, and it's cleverly written. in terms.
They go Iron Man style, like building it from scratch. And also, we got introduced to the new TARDIS.
By the way, the TARDIS. My God, who the fuck thought that was a great fucking idea?
It looks like the inside of a honeycomb.
It looks terrible.
It does.
It just looks bad. It is probably the worst, again, with the sonic screwdriver, probably one of the worst designed interiors of the entire series.
Oh, speaking of the worst, the intro.
That was non-offensive, but it wasn't memorable. You know,
it's not that great.
It's like someone just jizzed glitter all over the fucking screen and random Doctor Who intro all over it. You know.
Yeah. I tried to give it a second chance in the second episode. I had to skip it right away.
It was fucking.
So
See, the more I talk about it, the more upset I'm getting.
Okay, so on to the second episode.
And we're just on the fucking side. Fuck you.
The second episode is the Ghost Monument. It's the one where they go to the pitch black planet.
You want him to. Okay, if you're not seeing this, he has to fucking look up the synopsis of the fucking episode.
said I'm looking it up.
I know, because no, that exemplifies how fucking forgettable this fucking season was.
Yeah. All I know is the second episode, the pitch black episode where.
The second episode, it started out good. You know, had a little bit of mystery.
Three suns and something about going to finding.
Well, no, it was essentially Amazing Race in Space.
Yeah. Oh no, that's where we find the TARDIS. Not in the first episode.
They find it in the second episode.
Yeah.
Because anyway, yeah, it's essentially the Amazing Race in Space, and there's like this mystery, like someone designed this planet to be super deadly. It's not naturally designed this way. What happened to these people that lived on this planet? Blah 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 blah. Which are questions that were never answered.
True.
And you had some dude who was like the overseer of the competition, which
wasn't really there, but there.
Yeah, which wasn't really there, and you thought you were going to see him again in a later episode. You do not.
No, he never shows up again.
He never shows up again, and it's a fucking total waste of time. And by the way, now that I remember, did you notice how exposition dumpy this season was?
Every episode, the Doctor just keeps on talking about it.
Well, the Doctor...
Okay, it's not because she's a woman. Do not get us wrong. It's not because she's a woman. Capaldi and every other Doctor does the same thing. Explain. But they do it, explain, and then they move on. This one, she just keeps going and going and going. And again, no, it's not because she's a woman. Because I know a bunch of you are going to say, oh, you're a fucking sexist. Because you know how it is today in the world. If you like complain about a woman doing something, oh, you're sexist.
That was brought up very nonchalantly.
Yeah.
But
I love the Doctor.
It's the writing. Like everything is so like exposition heavy in the season. Like not only the Doctors, but the supporting characters. The supporting characters of the Amazing Race in Space. Just did a bunch of exposition dump about their planets and how they are and where they come from. But we don't fucking care. This is the equivalent of fucking Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker talking about how great friends they are.
Yeah.
But we don't get to see it. And we expect to like connect to these characters. No. It was. I noticed that throughout the entire fucking season. That kept doing that, and it wasn't very clever exposition dump, or you know, when the Doctors in the past did an exposition dump or explained something, you know, they did it in their own little Doctor Who-y way. This one just kind of did nothing.
Yeah.
In terms of their own character and the way they go about things. So, Amazing Race in Space.
The second episode, pretty forgettable. Not
fucking so forgettable.
Yeah. And then we got
the Doctor finds the TARDIS, and we move forward.
Oh, the third episode, probably the best episode so far. Rosa.
No.
I liked it.
No. No.
We had to have that special racism episode. Look at his face.
That episode was hot fucking garbage. It wasn't the worst, but in the past, Doctor Who, throughout its many seasons, have handled the concept of racism and difference in so much better ways without directly referencing racism. This one just fucking hits you over the head. Racism, bad racism, bad. And
just straight in your face.
It just like, it screams of fucking the modern pandering to like trying to be non-offensive. Everybody's so non-offensive nowadays. Everybody's got to be in their bubbles, their fucking safe spaces.
Yep,
and
like the snowflakes of today.
I felt like that episode pandered to that fucking crowd. Or
really?
Yeah, or it's trying to be an allegory for the whole Brexit thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna get into because fuck that noise.
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, no. It just was not very good. And they played that shitty fucking, what was a dumbass fucking pop song trying to drive that message home of triumph over
It's like adversity
and racism and like, dude, Doctor Who's done that so many times in the past.
Okay, well, hold on. We've said that Tim Shaw is the worst villain ever, right? No, it's this greaser guy in this episode.
Yeah,
like the guy who plays the greaser. Like Blurry, he's a greaser.
Yeah, no.
Look it up. It's not a word we just made up.
Well, I think people. I think.
Well, who knows? Today, you know how people are.
Anyway, like.
He never shows up ever again.
Well, they sent him back to the beginning of creation or something, some dialogue along those lines.
Or something like that. He just wants to fuck with the timeline.
So that's
his only reason.
This is a guy who's from the far future. We never get into specifics, but he's in such a timeline where he can be sent into the past. It's kind of like he was sent on parole or something for doing something incredibly bad, and they sent him back to Well, they didn't say they sent him back to the 1950s.
1950s.
They just sent him somewhere. You know,
the 50s where Rosa Parks was like, yeah.
And he was given a chip that he's not able to harm anybody, like actually like physically harm them, right?
Yeah.
And his whole entire plot
is him fucking with the timeline.
Well, no, his whole entire motive is to wreck the Rosa Parks moment so that he sets back the what's it called?
The civil rights movement?
The civil rights movement back. Because he doesn't like black people, we're guessing. And again, this is the guy.
He never really explained why. He just.
No. It's heavily assumed that he just doesn't like black people or other races. Probably just black people. That's what I got from it. But this is a character who's from
the future.
Future. We're in a time where we can't say a single fucking word without somebody jumping down our goddamn throats.
Yeah.
And we're expected to have some super Nazi greaser racist from the far future to be around. And, And he has this thing that can he has this weapon that doesn't kill people. It displaces them in time, right?
It was a weird episode, but I still enjoyed it.
The weapon displaces them in time, so he shoots them and he can shoot them anywhere in time.
Yeah.
That technically doesn't hurt people. So why the fuck didn't he just walk up to Rosa Parks, blam, you're in fucking...
Then the episode would be over so fast, that's why.
But it makes no sense. And it's implied that he was there for a long fucking time, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He just didn't show up. It was implied that he was there for a while.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a bad episode.
And the lady who plays Rosa Parks, you know she's a British lady trying her best to do a sovereign accent, but it's so bad. So the next episode is Arachnids in the UK.
That was a pretty good episode.
That was a good episode.
But then again, it played on my fear of fucking spiders.
Of course, because everyone's afraid of spiders.
I thought it was pretty good. It was kind of a little bit hokey with its message, but again, that's an overarching theme. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I played on my fear of spiders. I fucking hate spiders.
I think everyone hates spiders, man.
I thought the message it was trying to send was kind of muddled and another heavy one. But
Do not kill other species. But that's what Doctor Who does every season. Like, he doesn't like to kill other species.
well, no,
He likes to get rid of them.
What the fuck was it trying to say? I don't know. But it was a pretty good episode. I'm terrified of spiders.
I like that the actor from Law and Order's Criminal Intent was in this.
Oh yeah, he's like the quasi Donald Trump character.
Yeah, and you thought he was a British actor, and we had a big ass argument. I was like, he's not British, man, he's American.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but he was good in Criminal Intent. He was on there for like 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Had some great moments in it with the spider bursting through the ground and like all the one where it's like the spider's like attacking them and his like little legs are trying to get past the door.
Yeah.
But the door's closed and so you just like see the little legs underneath the door. Oh man.
Oh, that was just creepy.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode. Like, and it just went downhill from there.
It's like a very anticlimactic ending where he just shoots the thing and it's over.
Yeah, they tried to do a moment where you tried to feel bad for the giant spider.
It's a giant spider. That ain't gonna happen.
But it didn't work.
Especially when people are afraid of spiders.
Yeah. All right. Next episode is episode 5, Space Criminal. Moving on.
Yeah. Demons of the Punjab. That was a good.
Demons of the Punjab was probably one of the only good ones this entire season. Like everything, maybe it's because everything else was so fucking mundane and disappointing that it elevated this one to greater levels that it might have not achieved if the rest of the season was at least competent in being mostly entertaining. Demons of the Punjab, the Doctor and the companions go into the past and wants to find out
how her grandmother did things back then.
Wanted
to know the story of how they met.
Well, she wanted to know the story on her past because she was very not talkative of her past. Her grandmother was not very talkative of her past. So they did that, and you discover that her first husband is not her grandfather, and she's like, WTF is going on? And so she kind of stays around and has to she wants to know what happened and why she's being so secretive.
And this is during the time when India and Pakistan were at war with each other. The day of when it happened, like the border and
No, they're not at war with each other. It was called apartheid?
Apartheid, something like that. But it was like
it's when I have no knowledge of this.
Yeah, neither do I.
As far as I can tell, British and some other nations pretty much cut up the country into different sections without really consulting the people that live there. And so the Punjab and Muslim community were very separated to begin with. That only exacerbated things to the point where apparently in history millions of Punjabi and Muslim people died that day, died within that time, and the whole story revolves around the wedding of her first husband and Yaz's grandma, and how the apartheid kind of affected them. She wanted to know what went on. Anyways, these demons show up, or what they believe to be demons show up, and we find out.
Basically, the Fear Cast from the Operation Overdrive Power Ranger series show up.
Yeah, they look kind of ridiculous. They look like fucking alien bats.
Yeah.
Their design was not very good.
They turned out to be Death Watchers, and yeah.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they turn out to be Death Watchers. They watch those who die. Who
Spoiler alert! Now we've been spoiling since the beginning.
Yeah, but we never really spoiled much of the ending.
Yeah.
Because like the endings really didn't matter because there was no twists.
Yeah.
But yeah, they turned out to be like Death Watchers who watch those who die and who have no witnesses.
Don't let them die alone and stuff.
Yeah, essentially Grim Reapers of space. I like how everything is of space.
It is Doctor Who.
But the shining elements of the episode were the characters and the stories within the characters. Had nothing to do with aliens. This could have been a fucking interesting movie, honestly.
Could have been a Netflix movie, too.
No, legit. Like, you remove the fucking Doctor Who elements and you really still have a great fucking story.
Yeah, you do. Because it was a great story.
It was. You didn't need to have Doctor Who there at all. Fuck. Like,
yeah.
And, thought it was great. You know, Yaz gets some closure. And she learns to respect her grandmother and understand her grandmother a little bit more. And
yeah.
It was just fantastic.
It really was. Also, we get to see the Doctor wearing a flower in her hair for the first time when she was like marrying the couple. Because why not? Let's put a flower in her hair.
Is that really a big moment for you?
Yes. Kind of. I was wondering, like, when are they gonna accessorize her? Because now
you think just because she's a woman now she's gonna flash her vagina just to...
No, he said it, not me.
Clarify that Doctor's a fucking woman. It's like, oh, they haven't solidified the fact that she's a woman yet. I mean, I can see boobs. But, oh wait, she's got a flower in her hair now. She's a woman.
Oh no, they definitely made some jokes about it in this episode. Because, like, when the women were together, the Doctor said, like, oh, I haven't done this in years since I was a man and all. And they give her this look.
Well, no, she made a joke that she implied that she was a woman at some point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was very, like, kind of like a quick line.
Yeah, but in other episodes, they do reference that she's a woman, and it gets better. Because we'll talk about that in a bit. The next episode is Kerblam.
My favorite.
God damn. I love this episode, but those robots just scared the crap out of me. This
was the first fucking episode. And what episode is this? Episode fucking 6 or 7?
7.
This is the first fucking episode that felt like a fucking Doctor Who episode.
I agree.
Everything else didn't feel like a Doctor Who episode. Not even the one prior.
It felt like a Stephen. It felt like a Stephen Moffat episode. I'm gonna keep. Yes, I said it.
No, if it was a Stephen Moffat episode, it would have just made no fucking sense.
Oh, you think? Oh, okay, we'll get to that later.
Okay, Stephen Moffat is great doing single episodes.
Yeah.
Some of the best episodes are Stephen Moffat episodes, but that's because they were single contained episodes. Giving that fucker showrunner, he can't write a long show to save his fucking life.
Okay, but you do agree, the single episodes that he does.
Yeah, no, if they kept him on to do single, solitary episodes and did them once in a while, like, put him on once in a while, fine. But it doesn't mean give him the whole fucking thing and drive the fucking series into the goddamn ground.
Yeah, I agree with that part. Because what season was that?
Which one?
Which one was it?
They were all really not very good. Like, this, honestly, is the worst out of all the seasons. But it really went downhill after,
Kerblam?
No, I mean, the series as a whole, there's a moment where it just really, really kind of started nosediving in narrative quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Kerblam, great episode, and it was fantastic. The whole thing was the Doctor gets a message via Space Amazon. Via this robot who appears in the box, like in her TARDIS, like, yo, here's a box. All right, I'm GTFO. and it says "Help me" on the slip or whatever.
Yeah.
So she goes to investigate, and she goes through this large.
Basically, it's Amazon in space.
Yeah, basically this large shipping and purchasing company, which is totally not Amazon, by the way.
Run by two people.
Run by two people and totally not automated. So it is totally not drawing parallels to Amazon whatsoever. And it's a great Doctor Who episode. It's spooky. It's weird. I loved it. It was a great fucking episode. Had a great atmosphere. It was kooky enough that it felt like a Doctor Who episode, but not so kooky that it felt like Moffat fucking jerking off in a corner.
And also the way they decided to destroy Earth was pretty genius if you think about it.
Well, no, not destroy Earth.
Destroy homes.
Destroy people. Okay, the whole.
Because I'm gonna say, who the hell does not? It's like if.
Okay. First off, so the doctor goes, investigates a bunch of creepy robots, and you think the robots are the culprit of this, because people start disappearing within the complex in the shipping area, and then you think it's the higher ups, because the higher ups are the only ones really kind of managing the human element of it.
Yeah.
And then there's the big twist, which I thought was okay. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't that terrible.
But it was okay, and yeah.
But using bubble wrap to kill people, it's who doesn't
Yeah,
resist bubble wrap?
Dude, no, that's pretty fucking clever.
Who wouldn't resist bubble wrap?
Yeah, you find out that it's a big just some sabotage attempt by a character trying to sabotage the company so that humans have more placement in that facility, job-wise. Because in the episode it's stated that there's a mandatory only 10% of the company that is supposed to be run by humans. The rest, 90%, is run by machines.
Yeah.
And his end goal is to get people to distrust the machines, because again, 90% are running it and making sure everything is all well and good. So more people will put trust in humans again. And his whole way of going about this was that he put some explosive vaporizing gas into the bubble wrap. And when the bubble wrap pops,
it blows up.
It vaporizes the person who pops it.
And again, nobody can resist bubble wrap.
Yeah, what is the fucking first thing we do as people?
Is pop the bubble wrap.
We could be in the middle of a fucking war, and somebody just throws out a giant sheet of fucking bubble wrap. I swear to God, everybody's gonna put down their guns and just fucking on bubble wrap the entire time.
Yeah, it so will.
It's
like you can have a mad conversation with your family. You're yelling at the top of your lungs. Someone brings in bubble wrap. You stop and do that shit.
Yeah, no, it was clever. I really, really liked it. It was clever. It's a great fucking episode.
Yeah, but then, oh god, then it goes off the rails after this. The Witchfinders. Okay, I gotta say, it started out as good. It started out really good.
Yeah, I agree. It started out good, and after fucking Kablam, I'm like, okay, I'm down. I'm with it.
It's like roll. The witch trials.
Let's fucking do this.
Let's do this. It's about the witch trials back in the day. The dumbest thing history has ever done.
I'm like, what's gonna be the culprit? What crazy shit. And
oh, hold on. Before we get to that, they finally acknowledged that she is a woman and they're not gonna follow her rules because Victorian era and shit.
Oh, dude. The king.
Oh, the king.
The king was amazing.
I love the king.
Oh my god. The king.
Played by Alan Cummings.
The king fucking stole. Who?
Played by Alan Cummings.
Who the fuck is that?
We had this conversation. Nightcrawler from X-Men.
Oh, right.
I seriously thought he was Gene Wilder, but then I figured out, no, Gene Wilder's dead. Never mind.
Is he? Wait,
yeah, Gene Wilder died years ago.
Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway,
but he looks so much like him.
The king was fantastic. He stole that episode. I wanted to see him. I'm like, I want.
Was the actual king gay in real life? Because they were like hardcore into doing that in this episode. Him macking on Ryan.
I think it was just kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
I don't think he was really kind of gay, but like.
Well, in real life, he could have been gay because they dressed that way back then. I'm just saying, don't kill me now.
Yes, there's gonna be hardcore historians that are just gonna rage in the fucking comments.
Like, yeah, how dare you call King James gay? Did you not see what he was wearing back in the day?
Well, I'm pretty sure they had some idea. But anyway, great fucking character. I love him.
Great episode up until the very fucking end.
Like he even has he even has fucking range. Like, yeah, there's
Alan Cummings, he has good range.
There's a moment where the doctor is tied up on a tree, and the doctor's trying to reason with King James, and there's a moment where he talks about how he can't trust anybody, and he stops chewing the scenery.
It is actually serious for the first time,
and he gets into like this serious mode, and it's actually a pretty good fucking scene. And I was surprised. I thought the king was great. I thought the zombie, like when the people who were trialed, by the way, the Salem witch trials.
They didn't say Salem, it was witch trials.
Oh, whatever.
It didn't have to be Salem.
Fucking witch trials doesn't matter.
It's like
anyway, so like, yeah, the whole premise is that if you're accused of being a witch, they dunk you under the water. Which is the dumbest thing ever, because and if you drown and die, you're innocent. If you survive and live, you're not, and you're a witch.
And then they burn you anyway.
They burn you or hang you, and it's the dumbest thing ever. And history is retarded.
Yes. But then we get to the very end, and it turns out it's like.
Well, like first, then the ones that were hanged, and all that kind of shit, come back as zombies, and they really look neat and
yes,
kind of look cool, and you're like, okay, this is getting really good. What direction is it gonna go in? I'm like, and I'm on board, and then all of a sudden,
alien prison in a tree.
It is. Again, exposition is a huge problem of this current season.
This is where I started having problems with the new writer of Doctor Who, Alex something.
No, it's not. It's not just the new writers. It's different writers.
Yeah.
Some returned for some episodes, but they're all different, and it's just so exposition. You find out that, like, you think the zombies are chasing after the witch trial lady who's leading it because they want revenge, right?
Right.
It makes sense. But then you find out through the twist that they're not getting revenge. They are an alien race of fucking mud people.
That live in trees.
No, they don't live in
trees. No, they were imprisoned in a tree prison.
No.
Yes, they said tree prison.
It wasn't technically a tree. Even though it looked like a tree.
It's a tree.
And had the properties of a tree.
It's a tree.
And brittle as a tree.
Okay, dude, if it quacks like a duck, speaks like a duck, it's a duck.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a tree. It's a super alien key for a prison.
Okay, I'm already lost.
That was put on Earth apparently billions, if not millions of years ago. And it just degraded over time and totally has the properties of a fucking alien mud people.
Bullshit.
And it turns out that the lead alien mud person is the queen of something, and they try to fill the king with mud so he can be the king of the mud people.
Yeah.
And the doctor stops him, as she always does. She stops everything, and it was a dumb fucking ending.
Yes, it was.
Oh man, imagine if you're like having great sex, and then she just, you're going down on her and she farts in your face.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of it.
So the next episode, it takes you away. This fucking episode, the Mirrorverse.
Oh, this one was fucking everywhere. it had no focus. It was so everywhere. First, you had like it started out with you had the doctor arrives in the forest with his companions. And what fucking country was
I think it was Norway.
Norway?
Norway.
Norway?
Norwegian.
Well, that's what you're gonna fucking say.
No.
I saw it coming, man.
Norway.
It was somewhere
with
in
the
Norwegian.
Norwegian people. And like the girl is blind and can't find her father. You gotta go to Narnia to find him. And there's like birds that eat your flesh and shit.
No, moths. They're
Moths.
moths. So, episode starts. Doctor Who in the forest. They find a cabin and they're in fucking Norway or Norwegian, as this guy was about to call it.
Oh, I was not gonna say Norwegian.
And the house is all boarded up and something spooky's going on. And they find this blind girl who was legitimately blind, by the way.
Yeah.
They got like a blind actress.
Oh, she actually was blind.
You couldn't fucking
No,
tell?
the actress is actually blind.
Yes.
Okay, I thought she was just playing a really good blind person. Because you do know... Okay, you ever seen Charlie Cox on Daredevil? How he plays a blind person and he thinks he's actually blind, but he's not. And he does an excellent job.
Yeah, but you can physically tell this person is blind.
Same with Charlie Cox off Daredevil. He did the exact same thing. And he's an amazing actor.
Okay, I'm going to play two clips next to each other. Fucking the Daredevil dude and this chick.
Not Ben Affleck. Charlie Cox.
Yeah, I know what you fucking mean.
Yeah.
So.
Or Al Pacino when he was in Sense of a Woman.
I still have yet to watch that.
It's
Apparently
a good
it was
movie.
Warren. Anyway, no, she was your typical blind person.
Okay.
And I'm surprised you didn't fucking pick up on that. It honestly though, I know it's gonna sound mean, especially from my ass, but she was distracting. Because with a lot of blind people who are actually like blind. I don't know if you ever looked at a blind person, because it's not like the fucking movies.
No, I've seen actual blind people.
Yeah, where their eyes don't really.
Their eyes are like all over the place.
Yeah, and that was distracting.
Really?
It distracted me a lot during the episode. She was pretty decent as an actress, but I found it distracting. Either way. Anyway,
but then we get to the coup de grace of the episode, the thing.
Well, we haven't even fucking talked about the episode.
Do we really need
jump to the fucking end?
Okay.
Yeah, so
it's about the Mirrorverse and some weird shit going.
Yeah,
down.
no, like you think like because like it's building up like there's something in the forest, and she has to stay inside the house where something in the forest is gonna get her, and then you find out that's not the case. It's they pulled a fucking M. Night Shyamalan.
Well, the dad did because
Well,
like
yeah,
he just
the-
wanted to keep her inside the house for some reason.
The dad did. You find out that like the roars and the stuff throughout the episode are fake and set up by somebody at first. You never really understand if it's dad or not.
No, the dad said he did that in the episode.
Yeah, I know, but like at the point where he discovers these speakers, you don't find that
We find out the monsters are not real.
you find out the monsters doesn't exist, and it's all set up by somebody or the father. I can't remember which gets revealed first, but whatever. So we find out that, and there's also a another plot thread dealing with a universe that is between universes.
The inverse is what you called it, I think.
Yeah, the inverse or some bullshit like that. And this inverse is like this weird, rocky, dark labyrinth with this one creature who looks like he's been pulled inside out, You know what I mean by
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you meant the other creature that, like, yeah, okay, never mind.
No. And there's that plot thread, and you're like, okay, so we're going this direction. We're gonna find the father here, and find some great reveal or something to help pull this episode together. But it quickly moves from that to this, and the episode is a sentient universe that seeks companionship.
Yeah.
But if it does, it can destroy the other universe next to it.
I couldn't understand at this point because so much stuff was going on.
But she can't have a companion, because if she did have a companion from that universe, it would pull the other universe in, and they would destroy each other.
Something like that, because
Something like that.
Universes were caving in.
Yeah, and the universe is this giant Stockholm Syndrome entity that takes the form of a fucking frog.
God damn it.
On top of a chair.
God damn it. This is where I just tapped out.
Oh, and
this is where I fucking tapped out. I like,
and
God damn it, I miss Stephen Moffat.
And what's his name from? And because this guy, one of the companions' grandmother is there, and okay, this is so confusing. Okay,
they're all the same thing.
So the blind girl lost her mother early on in life. We don't really know what from. Apparently, she died from natural causes.
Yeah.
Father goes disappearing, boards up the house, and intentionally sets up the speakers to keep the daughter safe within the house.
Yeah.
And
she goes like, yeah, she has enough food.
Okay, so we find out eventually the father is in this mirror universe where the mother is alive.
Yeah.
And he does that occasionally to keep the daughter safe so he can visit the mother. Now, on top of that, you have the grandma who died in the first episode.
Right.
And she's there too. So you're like, WTF is going on? Is this like some sort of heaven? Maybe? And you're just kind of like scratching your head. And you're like, no, you find out it's kind of like a trap.
Basically that's what it is.
Set by this conscious universe.
Which is a frog.
Which takes the form of a frog on top of a chair.
Yes, it's a fucking frog.
And then totally...
I just want to know, how long did it take Judy Whittaker not to laugh on set while this was going on?
Oh yeah, that frog totally was not CGI, by the way. Or at least I don't think it was CGI.
It was CGI.
CGI?
Because you can hardly tell it was BBC. Oh, the CGI in this season. Good job, BBC.
It mostly wasn't shit.
Yeah.
Mostly. You still have to fucking step up your goddamn game, but
yeah.
Whatever.
But really, goddamn frog.
Yeah, no, the frog was... Yeah, it was a confusing fucking mess. There were, like you said, there was some sort of man-eating moths for some reason, and some guy who had some creature with his skin inside out who only dealt in bartering.
Yeah.
Shiny things, like Gollum.
Threaten you with mutilation if you didn't pay.
Yeah, and then it just... A lot of it had no bearing on the next. The only plots that really connected was a father going missing, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was the plot. That was the whole entire endeavor, was to try and find the father, or what happened to the father. And it just went completely sideways at the end of it. So,
yeah. So that goddamn frog. So the next episode, the Battle of Rant score. We just saw this episode. What was this episode about again?
Oh, right.
Oh, Tim Shaw returns.
Yes.
His mortal enemies are the Oogs.
Okay, so not the worst episode, but not a good one. It's kind of, like I said, been a running theme the entire season. Holy shit.
The Oogs.
Uggs.
Uggs, whatever, Uggs.
Uggs, whatever, fuck. So, the episode starts with these aliens and this one dude trying to put rocks together.
For some reason.
And, like, you can tell they're heavily religious and believe in some sort of... they're just a heavily religious people, I guess.
Yeah.
And then something teleports from behind. Which, by the way, I totally knew it was fucking Tim Shaw, just by the actual color of, like...
Yeah, I didn't put that together until later on.
I'm like, oh, this is what they're gonna do. I wonder what they're gonna do with them. So something from behind teleports them, and they're like, oh, our Lord has come, or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And so it jump cuts to, like...
3,700 years later.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And the doctor... goes to it, like the TARDIS sends him to the ship.
Get distress calls because of ships going down or something.
Yeah.
And they wound up on the planet, and guess who shows up? Motherfucking Mark Addy. Mark Addy. What you said? Oh, that guy.
Oh, that guy.
Stannis Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Okay. The
one who died from a boar.
Yes.
Yeah.
He shows up. Like, oh, I recognize that face.
Yeah.
It's the king. Anyway, so apparently the atmosphere is toxic. It makes you hallucinate and fucks with your mind, or you just forget shit and whatever. That really, by the way, they add like such useless details to some of the plots. Like the thing where it fucks with, like with this episode, the thing that fucks with your mind and you lose memory and you essentially gives you dementia.
Yeah, and she makes something like called, I forgot what it was called, but it makes you like clear-headed.
It makes you clear-headed and fine. And by the way, that never plays in the element of the fucking.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because one time the doctor and God damn it, I forget her name. Anya? No. Anya?
The brown chick.
The brown chick. Sorry, I keep forgetting her name. They both take theirs out and give it to the Scientology people and to tell them to calm themselves down.
So that
and while theirs are out, they're having fuzzy feelings because they're trying to hold on. They're trying not to lose focus, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but the doctor's been losing focus the whole entire fucking season. He's muddled nonsense.
But that's what the doctor does. Always talks about nonsense every season.
Yeah, but at least it's funny and quirky and it adds to the character. But okay, so that tells me that this whole like atmosphere that gives you dementia was only there so that they had an excuse to bring those along, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have been able to stop the Tim Shaw from destroying the Earth.
Yeah, using the ooze. Tim Shaw from Simsaw using the ooze. I'm gonna say the ooze.
No, the ooze are cool. These
I know,
ones are not.
I shouldn't say ooze, but yeah.
You're insulting the ooze, man.
Yeah, I know. But Tim Shaw returns. Oh God. And he has asthma.
And yeah, he's trying to do his best Darth Vader impression. Like the DNA sequencers that were implanted. Okay. First episode. Again, fuck, I wish the season didn't suck.
Yeah.
Okay,
could have been better though.
First episode, Tim Shaw, or whatever the tendril thing that was in the first episode, implants them with these DNA desequencers that if you press the button, they experience painful.
Their head explodes like scanners.
No, it just he says that you experience painful and excruciating death by your DNA being desequenced or whatever have you. At the end of that episode 1, he gets all 3 of those things in his own body, and he lives.
Yep.
Which I knew he was gonna fucking live, but yeah. Anyway, so you got fucking Tim Shaw doing his best Darth Vader impression, and he says he's a god, and he uses these beings who apparently can transcend time and space, or create time and space.
Maybe Scientologist people.
Or planets or something. Again, very vague, very unclear what they are and what they do.
Scientologist. You know what? I should stop making fun of Scientologists because I know Tom Cruise is going to sue me if I don't stop.
Tom Cruise don't care about you. Tom Cruise
Tom Cruise and the Church of Scientology sue anyone that makes fun of their religion.
I highly doubt we'll get a cease and desist order. A cease and desist order from this.
But I never said what my name was, so it's all good.
Don't worry, I'll put that in post.
God damn it. But anyways, like, this was the episode where I seriously thought Graham was gonna die in this.
Yeah, no. By the way, Graham, best character.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought that's what they were going with.
No.
Because they finally got Ryan to finally say, "I love you, Grandpa," and I'm like, okay, Graham's gonna die, and he's going to go after Tim Shaw for killing his wife.
Killing his wife, but I knew he wasn't gonna die. He was gonna be fine.
But Tim Shaw gets beaten in the worst way possible, gets taken down in the knee.
He gets shot in the foot.
Shot in the foot, but still.
Yeah, he gets shot in the foot.
But still, what?
And that's that. They pin him down and they put him in fucking cryo.
Yeah, that's Tim Shaw for you.
GG. So his entire plot is to use these beings' power to capture planets.
He has like 5 planets in a cube that he wants to destroy the Earth with, because
I don't know.
No, because Earth is the first place he got fucked with, and he goes like, Earth is the first place I went that fucked me over, so I'm gonna destroy it.
Well, like, I think he kept them as power sources. Or...
Yeah, power sources to enlarge into massive planets so it can destroy Earth.
Well, not enlarge. He decreased them into like small, or not small, but like cubes, and use the power of whatever to do whatever and try and do whatever to Earth. And they put him in a fucking cryopod thing.
Yep, and they just
and then it's done. And then we have
Resolution.
The Christmas, New Year's special, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
The Christmas, New Year special. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, actually enjoyed it.
Why it was good? Because they had a proper villain.
The Dalek.
Yes, and even though, according to you, they were saying like, oh, we want to create our own villains this season. Not gonna have any other ones. No, they're gonna be so good.
I said like, are they just creating their own villains for this season? But no, they brought back.
Well, no, I thought you were saying that like that was confirmed that they were creating.
I didn't say it was confirmed. I was saying, are they doing this for this season? Because everything's brand new, new Doctor, new companions, new TARDIS, new sonic screwdriver.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Daleks, do it again. I'm kind of glad they didn't do too much with the Daleks this season. Because if you do too much with the Daleks kind of lose their kind of luster.
Exposure.
Yeah, they get overexposed. It's kind of like...
That's why they only bring them back once in a while.
You know, have a couple episodes with the Daleks, have a couple episodes of Cybermen. You know, not too bad.
Silent.
What?
Bring back the Silent.
What were the Angels?
The Silent. And the Weeping Angels too.
What were the Silent?
Those Slenderman characters that when you see them, you see them, and then when you turn around, you forget they're there.
Yeah. See, those are great antagonists. Again, the season had none of these.
Yeah. But that was the New Year special. Pretty good episode.
The Dalek.
Kind of a shame.
I liked his design. He was cool.
Kind of sad they didn't bring in Unit for this thing, but they said like a Unit got taken down for financial reasons, or like they were something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just don't want to get the Unit involved in this episode. But it was a good episode. I like the design of the Dalek. It felt like a proper villain. It's a shame that the only proper villain they had was one they already created. I know they tried with Tim Shaw. I know they tried with the Mud People.
Yeah.
What other major villains did they try to bring up?
The Kerblam dude.
No, he wasn't really a villain.
He was a villain.
No, like a new villain. You know what I mean? Like one that they might try redoing in the future. Kind of like with the Angels, for instance.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. They got the Mud People. They had Tim Shaw.
I think that's pretty much it. As far as recurring villains, I'm not talking about like. Yeah, I think that's all they did. Again, which is a shame that the only good one was one that has been already established. The Daleks.
Yeah, the Greaser, but he only showed up once. The
Spiders.
Spiders.
He's done. And the Spiders are
Space
done.
Gremlin.
Space Gremlin, that was fucking trash.
Yeah, Kerblam. Which one takes you away? What? Man, the Frog. Is it that bad that I can't remember the villains of this season?
No, it was pretty fucking forgetful.
Yeah.
Dalek episode, great episode. Fantastic. The new Doctor. What do you think about the new Doctor?
I like it. Okay, alright. I have my problems with her. Not because she's a woman. Let's get this straight out. Because I know how people are nowadays. Shut up. With Judy Whittaker is great at playing a doctor. She's still trying to find her way in playing a doctor because she doesn't have perks down and all that stuff.
The only problem is that she has a vagina, right?
No, shut up. Yeah, it's like
You can tell the only problem is vagina.
No,
right?
you can tell that in an episode.
No, don't worry, I'll edit that together so it just makes you seem like you're sexist.
God damn it. You can tell in each episode she's trying to find her quirkiness and what kind of doctor she should be. Because all the other doctors have their own quirkiness to them. Yeah. Plus, I don't like her catchphrase of the fam.
The fucking...
The fam.
I don't think it's a catchphrase because
She said it 4 times.
I thought it was only twice.
4 times already.
Well, either way, it's a terrible catchphrase.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the costume design.
Yeah, the costume design is awesome.
Costume design is very, very Doctor.
Yeah.
You know.
I like how they're doing like, what's the word, like, people. I like how people don't hit on her because she's a woman. But maybe they'll do that later because you know how every woman hit on David Tennant and Matt Smith as soon as they got there.
Well, David Tennant, he was sexy. I'm not gay, but man.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying if I was gay, I'd go straight for him. But yeah, I gotta be careful what I say here because you know what people are gonna.
I would suck his sonic screwdriver. Am I right?
No, it's like you can say whatever you want about David Tennant, but now that there's a woman here, I gotta be really careful with what I say.
Oh, fuck the fucking SJW.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck
Anyway.
them. Fuck them. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad they didn't do the sexism thing, like where they hit on her constantly, because I seriously thought they were gonna do that with Ryan and the Doctor. Like, oh, they're gonna build up a romance. No, they're not doing that. But sooner or later.
You don't need a fucking romance with the Doctor. You really don't.
Yeah, but they tried before. It was like Rose and David Tennant.
But it worked.
No, it didn't. I hate Rose. Fuck her. Yes, I said it. I don't like Rose.
Rose is good companion.
Rose is the worst. I like Clara. She's the best. No, wait. No, Amy and Ryan. Amy and Rory.
Amy and Rory are best.
Amy and Rory are the best.
Without question.
Then Donna Noble is my favorite after that. Then it's Clara. The worst ones are Rose and Bill.
Donna Noble, that was the fucking redhead.
Catherine Tate.
The one that didn't shut up, yes.
She was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I love how... What was I saying? Oh yeah, Doctor Who. She's a woman now, but good thing they're not hitting on her like constantly. But, like 2 times they mentioned that she's a woman because like they joke around and all that stuff. But yeah, she's just finding her way still, and we'll see what else she does in the future seasons. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I honestly, she wasn't terrible, but she wasn't great. She She was very forgetful.
Why? Because she has a vagina.
No, I feel that she tried to do her best David Tennant impression and tried to merge David Tennant and what was the other guy with the one with the crooked nose?
The crooked nose.
Yeah, he had the fucked up nose.
Eccleston?
The one.
Matt Smith?
No, wait.
Capaldi?
No. Wait, okay. David Tennant, he's the hot one, right?
It's either David Tennant or Matt Smith.
I'm thinking it's...
Ladies of YouTube, which one is the hottest doctor? David Tennant or Matt Smith? Because we all know how
the
you
one
felt
that
about
got his hand chopped off. That's the hot one.
David Tennant.
There we go. David. It feels like she tried to channel both David Tennant and what's the other one? Matt Smith into one. Her delivery was very weird and stiff and didn't have that same energy. I feel she didn't make it unique. That's my problem. She didn't feel unique. Even though she had a vagina, she didn't feel unique.
Well, we'll see how she is in the next season. Maybe she's Is this the only season she's going to be on?
She might be only on in one season.
Why?
There's rumors that she might be taking the good old kick. She's not being fired, but...
good old cake.
Kick.
Good old cake.
Like she's just going to leave.
Just like that.
There's rumors. I'm not 100%.
So she's going to be like an Eccleston, one season only?
Yeah, but the difference between her and Eccleston is I liked Eccleston. Eccleston is what got me into the fucking show.
Well, he was the first Doctor I ever seen, so yeah.
Like, I remember the first episode. I remember most of the early seasons. I barely remember anything of what we just literally watched.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the problem with this season, because, like, it's pretty forgettable.
It is so forgettable. And the Doctor was not very memorable. She was not very interesting. She wasn't terrible.
She tried, is what I'm saying. She tried.
Before, like, I don't want to go and say she's the worst Doctor. Capaldi is kind of there.
No, he's not.
But
Capaldi is too good.
Okay, the only reason why Capaldi is kind of there for me is not because of his acting. His acting was fine. His acting was good. It's just his character. I didn't much care for that Doctor. You know,
like what do you mean his character? Like what?
I didn't care. I just didn't care for that Doctor. I'm not saying I didn't care for the actor. I just didn't care for that Doctor. I found him too surly, too old man-y. I know he's an old man, but
there'll be one of those female fangirls that were mad that the new Doctor was an old man.
No. I like the original Doctor.
Yeah.
Original Doctor.
William Harf.
I liked him. But this one, you know, Capaldi, no, not really. But the only reason, notice how I'm not calling her like the Doctor, right? I'm just saying whatever she just wasn't a very good Doctor.
Yeah.
You know, Capaldi was a great Doctor.
Yes.
But my least favorite Doctor.
You know what I mean? like I know what you mean, because like right now Judy Whittaker, like I like her as a Doctor, but she's not the best Doctor, because like I said, this season is pretty forgettable.
Yeah. Companions.
Ryan, he's pretty okay, because like he's the one who went through the most character arc. No wait, yeah he did. Ryan, or was that Graham? No, Ryan was, because he started out as like not being able to ride a bike at age 25.
See, here's the thing. They started talking about how you get introduced to him. There's the opening scene.
Seriously, I thought that was a YouTube video.
Yeah, no, it was because like prior to like in the Doctor Who series, you get an opening stinger.
Yeah.
To establish the tone, you get to establish the narrative and all this kind of stuff, and then you have the title card.
Yeah.
That's to draw you in. This one just kind of starts.
Just starts like that, because like, remember how I was when I first started watching. Like Wait, are you gonna actually put the episode on? What are we watching YouTube for?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the first thing. Like, wait, are we watching the same? Like, you put the show on, or are we watching YouTube? Because like
First I thought, like, why are we watching Tyrese Gibson on YouTube?
Yeah.
Because Ryan actually looks like Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese. Earned that paycheck, Tyrese. But yeah, Ryan was a good companion. Graham, favorite of the bunch. Because
Graham is fantastic.
Graham is like the heart of the show.
I loved Graham. I thought, what's her name?
I can't, God. Maya, Anna, something. The Indian girl.
Brown girl.
Brown girl. We can say because we're brown.
Well,
yeah. But I'm saying, okay.
I'm saying
she's pretty forgettable because I can't.
I'm saying because I don't give a shit. But,
okay, because she's pretty good, but pretty forgettable because I can't remember her goddamn name. Because how many times have I looked her name up?
Well, here's the problem. Like
how many times have I looked her name up already?
Like twice.
Yeah, I still can't remember her name.
Here's the thing. Like, you get this character, and they start out good, but all of a sudden the focus starts. Well, the focus isn't there.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden,
she had her episodes were there. Like,
of course she's gonna have her episodes. Everybody's.
They focused on her, but yeah, again, I keep on forgetting her name.
The like I said, the strongest character arcs, if you even want to call them that, are Black Kid,
Ryan and Graham.
And Graham. See, that's how much I love Graham because I remember Graham's character name.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you have like a lot of side characters. Writers don't have much to write for them.
See, that was apparently a problem in a previous season back in the day. There was a point where there was several companions. I think there was up to like 4 companions.
Which one was this?
In one season, like they were together. I don't know which season it was.
Because I know the first ever Doctor Who, it had like 3 companions, with her niece and her teachers. But yeah, other than that, Doctor Who this season was pretty forgettable.
Yeah, like I said, the Black Kid and Graham had their arcs, and it wasn't memorable. It wasn't a great. Like I love Graham's arc.
Yeah,
Graham's arc was great. You could tell the character really loved his grandma, whatever his name is.
Graham?
No, the grandson. Ryan, yeah, the Black Kid or whatever.
Yeah.
You could tell he really loved.
Oh yeah.
The grandma. You had the flashbacks, and you had the, his not really a vision, but like just kind of like a vision of her as his conscience in the background, and he didn't want to go home because it was filled too much with the memories, and he wasn't ready to go move forward really, so that's why he went to the doctor. Great fucking arc for him. Decent arc for whatever his name is. Ryan. And his disability where he had trouble coordinating.
Disability?
Yeah, there was some sort of disability where that's why he had trouble riding the bike.
Okay.
Because he has some
I completely missed that part.
Because it was never really ever used.
Yeah.
Because his thing was like he had trouble coordinating, so that's why he couldn't balance and ride the bike at the same time.
Oh, that's the reason. Okay, I just thought he was.
No,
never got taught.
He had like some sort of disability. He was trying to overcome that, but he never had that moment where, because it was never brought up in the series proper. It was brought up as a throwaway line that really didn't work within the episode or any of the episodes. It worked briefly in one episode with him climbing the ladder in the first episode.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't climb a ladder because bad coordination.
Right.
And after that was it. He mentions it in a few lines in a few episodes, but that was the utilization of that character.
Okay.
So it really didn't feel like a character element. It just felt like a quirk of a character. You know? Like this is like the suspenders on the Doctor. It's a quirk.
Yeah.
It's not a character-defining feature.
But yeah, other than that, Doctor Who, pretty forgettable.
Yeah, no, it was disappointing.
Yeah.
It was like, it was so disappointing I can't even think of an analogy. So yeah, that is the first episode of
Two
Jackasses. Yeah.
We'll figure out a better name.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Next episode, we're gonna do something a lot more shorter, probably a movie, instead of a giant fucking series.
Yeah.
That was disappointing. What should we? Well, we'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out later.
And that'll be it for this episode. See you guys next time.